Well, new on the News Edge, several Florida cities and counties choosing fines over jail time for the possession of marijuana. Now, an Orlando lawmaker is making a push to pass this type of law statewide. Joining us now, State Representative Carlos Smith. We appreciate your time. This big topic, this legislation to decriminalize marijuana in the Sunshine State. What's behind this push by you and another legislator as well?
Well, the push is that it's time for Tallahassee to catch up where a majority of people in Florida already are. Recent polling from Quinnipiac tells us that 56% of Floridians actually support full legalization of marijuana for recreational purposes. That's not what this bill does. What this bill does is it goes ahead and it fully decriminalizes minor possession of cannabis, which means that anyone that has an ounce or less for personal use will not be arrested and will not face a permanent criminal record or be jailed for such a minor offense. And what's interesting is that I just got a new report from FDLE that tells us that last year alone in Florida, close to 40,000 people were arrested for minor marijuana possession. And what's really problematic about that is the fact that it costs taxpayers significant resources to do that. It takes the focus of law enforcement away from apprehending dangerous criminals. And it really is just a bad idea overall to be jailing people for such minor offenses, because I'm all about creating more opportunity for people, not creating more roadblocks for people to be able to succeed because of youthful indiscretions or minor infractions of the law.
And to clear things up for people who may confuse this with trying to legalize recreational marijuana, there would still be penalties, correct? You just wouldn't be arrested for possessing marijuana.
That's right. There will be a civil citation which would be required of law enforcement. They would no longer be able to arrest people for minor possession. They would simply be faced with a $100 fine, or if they have some sort of financial constraint, that they can do 15 hours of community service. And I think this is an important step in that direction so that we can save taxpayer resources. You know, the most recent information available from 2010 shows us that Florida spent $220 million to enforce minor possession of marijuana. That's a waste of resources. We could be spending that on education or healthcare. And that's why I filed this bill, because I think it's important for us to update Florida's draconian marijuana possession laws and really get with where a majority of Floridians already are.
All right, State Representative Carlos Smith, thanks for your time on this topic. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.